Friday Night Lights on Fox 12 Oregon. Presented by Pacific Office Automation.
Well, what are you going to do when week 2 comes right at you? Settle in for the next half hour on Fox 12's Friday Night Lights. No heat advisories, no lightning delays, just one of those perfect mid-September nights as summer certainly turns to fall. A record-setting evening in the air at Tigard High, the home opener for the Tigers, a second road game for Jesuit as the Crusaders' Ken Potter on the cusp of tying Dayton's Dewey Sullivan for the most all-time coaching wins in the state with 352. Tigers open up that second half on a lengthy drive, eating a lot of clock. Direct snap, on right, punched it in. Crusaders up 28-13 though. Then it's UC Davis commit Trey Cleveland. He's watching that Apple Cup tomorrow. Scrambles, escapes some pressure, finds a wide open Nick Zervis. 35-13 JHS. Stater Nation can't relax yet because we got a pick 6. Miles Ott from Tigard to the house. Colton Ness would get a 2-point conversion, pull within 2 scores of those Crusaders. But from there, it would be Jesuits' Dominic Licati to put the ball in the back of the zone and end it 42-21. Now, from 1987 to now, that's win number 352 in 37 seasons at the helm of the private Catholic prep school in Beaverton. The late Hall of Famer, Dewey Sullivan, spent 42 years at Dayton. Now Potter joins the top of the charts.
So to last this long and do that kind of stuff, make it fun, don't overdo it. Don't put too much pressure on your assistant coaches, and make sure that the kids know that the important things in life are the brotherhood, the friendships, the love of family. That's the important things in life. It'll happen sometime. I hope it's next week, but there's no guarantees in life, and so we'll just have to keep working to get better and improve and see what happens.
Good things for a good man. Cronin can become the all-time, Potter, I should say, can become the all-time leader next Friday as Jesuits' home opener will be against Oregon City. And there were plenty of great matchups in the region to send our live big game crew to, but that honor goes to Sherwood at West Linn. That's where we find Fox 12's Craig Burnback. But Craig, a pair of defending league champs met for the first time since those 6A quarterfinals in 2022. How'd it look?
Well, Nick, last week you sent me to Tualatin, where I got to see them kind of dominate a top 10 ranked Jesuit squad. And I thought, is anyone better than the T-Wolves in the state? Well, tonight, West Linn looked pretty darn good against the Sherwood squad. Oh, the Lions were roaring tonight as the defense dominated the Bowmen, keeping them under wraps for 4 quarters. It was 0-0, and Will Engel says, not anymore. That's a 5-yard scamper to give the home team a 7-0 lead. Later, it's Baird Gilroy finding Danny Weidman hiding amongst the big trees, and those big trees can block. As Weidman skips in for the score, it was 21-0 Lions at the break. Second half, more West Linn as Gilroy ices it with a laser to Wyatt Smiley. And West Linn, well, they were smiling to the end as they win this one, 35-0.
Not a bad way to start out your home season here, huh?
Yes, sir. That was a lot of fun. I thought we played really well. Happy with the result.
Can you talk a little bit about your offensive line? They're not bad, huh?
They're huge, man. You know, I love playing behind them. You know, they give me so much time. Best O-line in the state. That's all I got to say.
You know, Craig, I know it's early, but it's going to get late before we know it, right? My goodness, you've been around these parts for a long time. Seen a lot of high school football. We've seen a lot of great teams around here, a lot from West Linn. You got a head coach like John Eagle. You got assistant staffs like Alex Molden, Anthony Newman, of course, legendary in their own right at Oregon and in the NFL. This is a pretty darn good team, and they're always going to be on their P's and Q's with those guys ahead of the charge, too.
Yeah, those guys, as you said, really good on the field and really good coaches that have a lot of wins under their belt, both here in Oregon and across the bridge in Southwest Washington. So no real surprise that tonight, their first home game of the year against a really tough opponent, they were nearly flawless in all aspects of the game. And you talked about how it's still pretty early, probably too early to check too far ahead on the schedule, but I did it anyway. So mark your calendars, Nick. October 25th, Tualatin hosts West Linn.
I'm going to guess.
From West Linn High School.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Go ahead.
I didn't mean to ruin your tag out,
yeah,
man.
Well, that's all right. Well, you know, I always like talking to you, but I also know you want me to go quickly. So let me finish up so you can finish up. Live from Westland High School, Craig Burnback, Friday Night Lights.
He's got to get the live in there. How about a border bash in the home of the Clackamas Cavaliers? Rolling out that welcome rug for the Camas Papermakers. Red, white, both winners in their openers. Let's go third quarter. Camas up 20-6. Jake Davidson has been around the block. Chase McGee has two. Those two connect and thrive. Perfect pinpoint pass. 48-yard blast. Sling your sword in the land of the Cavs. 27-6, Makers rolling. Davidson can go long, can go short, too, and you got dudes like Titan Brody. The senior, a salute to those who traveled across the river. A screen pass goes for 84 yards. They need some big-time blocking downfield, too. That's what they do at Camas. Still third quarter. We've got a pick six and a 6 picks nominee for Sunday. How about a Jared Forner highlight here? The senior corner playing it like he does. And if you're scoring at home, let me know if you are. A 69-yarder INT for TD. That Camas defense, real darn good. Allowed 6 points the first 2 weeks in each game. Fourth quarter, they play add-on Bo Harlow. Another shorty, but a goodie. 48-6 final tally. Camas now lows the bus next week for Lincoln in Seattle. Clack will begin Mount Hood competition at home with Sandy. Happy times here again in Happy Valley. Home opener for the Nelson Hawks. Newberg Tigers over to play their third game already. Still out for that first victory, though. The Hawks were swooping and they were scoring. They do that a lot with Avery Durdal under center. The senior quarterback follows those blocks in for 6 from the 1. Second quarter, the Aviary Birds. Avery unfurls Chaz Karanga. The junior gonna wear 0. Adds up to a whole lot more. Chops it up, lays it out. Gain of 40. Then the run game for their head coach, Aaron Hazel. This would be Corbin Crossland, the junior backer. Put it on tape, man. Puts the team further into the lead in the process, makes it 12-0. What a night sky tonight. The air, though, is how Nelson lives and breathes. Durdal, another. Noah Boria over the shoulder, catching good. Senior to senior. 39-15, Nelson in the end. Conference play begins next for Nelson at Reynolds. Newberg goes down to Lake Oswego. Friday night daylights from Northeast Portland. It's game on at Grant Bull. New field turf in the park. Allow the Generals to host a 4 p.m. kickoff against the Eagles of Hood River Valley. First drive of the game, Grant Ball moves quickly. Hand off to Marcus Rouse Jr. Wows and makes a pan. Miss get it for the touchdown there. Generals up early. Late first. Next Grant possession. Another quick one. Braden Baker. Jalen Black. Paint it. Black it out and get it in. 30 yards untouched. 13-0 the kids. The Stars on their lids. Second quarter. Oh, yeah. Fly Eagles fly. Davis Parr. Hawks one up. David Snyder. Did he come down with it? The officials say, yeah. Our video says, yeah. Thank a zebra today and every day. 13-6, Parr, play action, little dump. Nicholas Tuttle barrels in. HRV all from there. 24-13. Hood River Valley now gets homecoming, should say Hall of Fame night against Aloha. Grant travels to Lincoln's new home for week 3. And how about the rare Warriors versus Warriors down 185th? Cleveland High at Aloha High. Congrats to James Mitchum's kids at Aloha as the Warriors got their first dub in multiple seasons a week ago, ending a 27-game skid. They're up 21-8. Jason Kwasnick, sophomore starter, pulls a string to Luca Blanchette, 19 yards. Then it's Alexis Hernandez, another sophomore. Taste pay dirt on a Friday. Those new LED lights. Let's see them. The kids like them. Our cameras don't. Later first. There goes that kid again. Came up to me and said, hey, man, did you get my touchdown on camera? I said, yeah, I did. I got that first down, too. Hernandez, there you go. And then Wyatt Kalua Hooper. He's a baller, too. Kwasnick found him. Another sophomore, another Aloha touchdown. No final yet phoned in. Next week, Aloha will be at HRV. Cleveland hosts Century. The game of the night at the 4A level, a rematch of last November's state quarterfinal as Scappoose hosted Cascade yet again. F&L along Highway 30. Scappoose won a pair of road games at Pendleton and Baker before this home opener from McNabb Field against the Cougars. Second quarter, visitors already up a score. Here comes that beast, Bryce Quenzi, pounds his way in for the 2-yard touchdown. It's 15-0 Cougs. Later frame from the 4. Strength on strength. See what sticks. Quenzi flips in. 22-0 for the black and gold from Turner. Third quarter, 4th and 5. You don't have a solution for Quenzi. You better find one in 4A football. Gonna get in again. 22-0. Gain of 11. 2 plays later, that's when he gets in. Big man blocking. It says easy in the script. It's not always easy. Scappoose isn't one to just lie down without a fight, but Be picked off. Jay Erickson, 7-yard short of a pick six. A couple snaps later, switch it up. The handoff, Matthew Hinkle. Wow, 36-0 at the end of the night. The Cougs return home to put a cutting board out for the Tillamook Cheesemakers to try to remain in the comforts of home with Estacada in week 3. Let's go to Vancouver. Week 2 thunders along on home night for Mountain View Battleground, busing to Vancouver's McKenzie Stadium, a 4A, 3A Greater St. Helens League night. The lights went out a lot for the end of the half. Ethan Adams, a little bomb pass to Boston Walker for the Tigers from Battleground. Great position to score. It would be a field goal by Sincere Ramos to end that first half. They had electricity there. Mountain View's running back, Austin Chapman. Great little run here. My man Zach shooting off the sticks. A little different vantage point up there in Clark County. Back to Battleground, their quarterback, Ethan Adams. Little screen pass, Bryce Simmons. Old school dude. Keep on pounding. They would score as Ethan would call his own number. BG the victory, 23-12. Thunder next to Wake Union, while Battleground shares that home turf with Prairie. How about Kiggins Bowl? It was bumping, it was storming, as it does Skyview at the venerable Old Stadium as Graham Kapowsin in from up north. The Eagles, the 4A state runners-up last season. First quarter, defensive battles. Chris Norris picks off James Poindexter on a tip pass. Deja Vu, another tip pass. DJ Tate picked it off. Skyview trying to run, going with this first down by Levi Webb. We've seen him for a lot of years. That is a big old dude going to run. You got to take a lot of guys to bring him down to the ground. But the quarterback for Graham, AJ Tuivave, throwing a bomb. Mazia Roberson, perfect play, position to score 2. Next play, Noah Flores would get that grab. It's 14-0.5. But, wow, Skyview goes from 17 down to 21-17 winners. A big-time boost for their early season campaign. They now go to Puyallup on Saturday. Hope they can squeeze in some time for an elephant ear at that Washington State Fair. The second-ranked 6A team in Oregon was playing with heavy hearts and loving thoughts for their teammate who lost his mother this week. The Tualatin Timberwolves community has raised nearly $12,000 for senior linebacker Ryvan Reese and his grandmother to assist with burial and funeral expenses. Our best, but the family, the defending state champs, runners-up from THS on the road at Guida Caldezzaro Stadium from South Salem High, one of the prettiest settings around, the home of those Saxons. BYU commit Noel Healy runs for the first down. He's going to take a hard hit. Nolan had that broken collarbone about this time last year. Hope he can stay upright all season long. Same drive, Tualatin's Cole Hochmeister, 8-yard run. Yeah, that's a touchdown. 36-14. Keeney, he can still rip. Shoulder feels good. Caden Nips, he can get in too. How about a 32-yard touchdown, 43-14. South, though, keeps on knocking. That's a new era for the Saxons. They can run and throw. Noah Sharer runs on that first down. Same drive, Jackson Buckingham going to cash it on in for those baby blue lids, but it's a rout. 66-22. Saxons next host South Medford, Special District 1. Tualatin packs its bags for that always tough fight in Sherwood. Fox 12, FNL in the capital city again. McKay, its first home game of the season. The Royal Scots hosting nearby Lebanon for a non-league tilt. Beautiful color matchup as well. Lebanon quarterback, he's a junior. Bryson Edwards runs for a first down. Same drive, same kid. This for points. Touchdown, 7-0 for the Warriors. Third highlight of the reel, Bryson Edwards. This a 9-yard touchdown for the Warriors out of Lebanon. Having a nice night into the golden paint. Then it's Jack Ford for Lebanon. This one's going to go for 53 yards. Yeah, Lebanon, a shutout on the road. They now go to Rock Creek to see Dan Weaver's Westview Wildcats. Warriors going to leap over to Caldera. A cross-classification clash on the new turf at South Ridge High in Beaverton. Metro League Skyhawks hosting Forest Grove. The Vikings playing that 5A Special District 1 right now. Vikes offense shined on this night thanks to their defense. Picked up 3 fumble recoveries in that first half. First score of the game, Kyle Fabella snags a touchdown from Nolan Hudgens. Then Carter Bennett gets his second fumble recovery of the night, sets up the Vikes on the 35, allowing Forest Grove to punch it in one more time before the end of the quarter. Nolan Hudgens, Jacob Burke. I had a Grandma Burke. RIP, 9-yard touchdown. Vikings lead 14-0. And then we got Travis Hale, the keeper, to get in 35-8. Yeah, Forest Grove gets in that 5A Special District 1 play at Centennial now, while Southridge shuttles to Redmond. Still ahead, we hit the trails for a high school spotlight with the reigning regional cross-country champs from the City of Roses. It's the Lincoln Cardinals. Plus, back to the big game of our Cheer of the Night and Band of the Week. Craig's in West Linn, that's on deck. And if you ever got a cool shot, want to share it with us, we can get it on TV for you. Just snap that QR code on the screen for a seamless upload. We got our cameras out to a lot of games, about a dozen tonight, but certainly can't capture every moment nor every snap. This way, we can share the good from around the region together. Week 2 of Fox 12's Friday Night Lights is back in 2 minutes.
You're watching Friday Night Lights on Fox 12 Oregon, presented by Pacific Office Automation.